Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
What we're doing now is, trying to see what types of exposures, things that people did while attending the fair to see if there are any commonalities.
Health officials continue to search for the cause of an E. coli outbreak. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Now, today, the North Dakota Department of Health reported a fourth confirmed E. coli case in connection with the Red River Valley Fair. Valley News Team's Christine Stanwood brings us up to speed on this growing outbreak.
3 cases of E. coli were confirmed on Monday, all involving people under the age of 18. Now, a 4th case, again within the same age bracket.
And when you're looking at kids, particularly younger kids, they do have a tendency to put their hands in their mouths, and that's a route of infection as well.
Feist says the first step in finding the source is to look for commonalities of the infection to find the direct source of the outbreak. She adds that prevention is key if you do decide to attend a fair with animals present.
What we want them to do is make sure that they're washing their hands after having contact and visiting those areas, and making sure they're not eating in and around those areas as well.
While the Red River Valley Fair is the source of the outbreak, that doesn't mean that people who attend fairs are at a higher risk of becoming infected.
We usually don't see outbreaks like this in association with attending fair. So just going to a fair doesn't necessarily put you at increased risk for acquiring an infection.
Would you know if you had symptoms of E. coli?
The symptoms would not be good. I think would be a lot of intestinal pain, probably, a lot of discomfort.
The good news is that the incubation period for getting E. coli is nearing an end. But Feist says she wouldn't be surprised to see more cases. Get a hold of your doctor if you attended this year's fair and have symptoms of abdominal cramping, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. In West Fargo, Christine Stanwood, Valley News Live.
Fair officials tell us they continue to work with the health department in trying to locate the E. coli source.
Mosquitoes collected in Wahpeton have been identified as having West Nile virus, making this the second city in the valley with the virus. The city is urging citizens to take precautions to avoid being bitten. Mosquitoes are most active just before sundown and throughout the nighttime into the early morning hours. Last week, mosquitoes with West Nile were found in Grand Forks.
A man called our whistleblower hotline after getting what he says a suspicious telemarketing call selling him a product. Now, he thought it was a scam. The caller was selling a product called liquid oxygen, and if you add it to water, the company claims it would improve your health. We found out this was not a scam, but an actual company and product. But we spoke to an NDSU chemist on if the real liquid oxygen could improve your health.
So when people try to put oxygen in water, then it's going to come out eventually. Okay. So it's like a carbonated drink. It's when you open it, it's going to pop out.
Chemist Ganesh Bala says that liquid oxygen claims to have been debunked about 10 years ago and say the human body can only absorb oxygen through our lungs. If you need help uncovering an issue like this or anything else in your community, call our whistleblower hotline at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip.
Road construction is again in high gear. Most drivers have seen the long lines of cars sat in a stop-and-go traffic situation or almost been hit on the interstate near the construction zones.
The Valley News Team's Macy Anger found out what drivers are doing wrong and what they should be doing to make it to their destination safely.
It's terrible. It is slow. It is preposterous.
Road rage every day. There's always somebody in too much of a hurry, didn't wake up soon enough.
There's always waiting and someone's always hit somebody all the time.
Cones, confusion, and congestion.
You kind of got to have one eye on your work and one eye on the traffic.
Road workers have seen their fair share of bad drivers.
Just slow down, turn your phone off for 3.5 miles.
When cars had to merge into the left lanes on I-29 northbound, you can bet there's going to be some close calls.
Everybody completely stops and most people do not shift over. They just stay in that lane.
A change drivers will see again on the southbound lanes and along other big road projects.
Turn right here.
Jeff Weber teaches drivers. He says merging is simple to do, but easy to forget how.
As adults, we all start doing our own thing because we're adults. And sometimes the technical part of driving gets lost.
The number one thing he sees people forget is drivers on the freeway have the right of way. And those merging must yield.
The more times you do it, the better you get at it.
The 3 key things: slow down, signal, and check your blind spot, so you can safely make it from point A to point B. In Fargo, Macy Inger, Valley News Live.
The project manager hopes to have construction on I-29 in Fargo completed by the end of August. And lane closures in Moorhead on I-94 near the 20th Street Bridge should wrap up at the end of this week.
Do you work from home or independently and need a space to do some of your work daily? There's a place in downtown Fargo for you. The Prairie Den opened its doors tonight to a launch party. It's located at 112.5 North Broadway above King House Buffet. It's in the co-working space formerly operated by Coco. It'll provide a collaborative workspace with resources like Gigabyte Internet by 702 Communications and free coffee. Organizers say it's a place where folks can meet, work, learn, hang out, collaborate, and engage with one another. It was refurnished and designed by the Emerging Prairie team and others, and includes artwork by local artists and the Misfits. For monthly pricing and membership information, click on this story on valleynewslive.com.
Moorhead's police chief says there are 2 kinds of victims in any crime: those who are directly impacted and those who change the way they live because of misperceptions or because something bad is indeed happening. David Ebinger says that is one of the goals of the annual Night to Unite event, to help people understand and deal with the changing crime scene in the metro area.
We've had an upswing in this. I don't think that comes as a surprise to anyone. Any opportunity we have to positively interact with people and answer their questions, maybe allay some of their concerns, are always important.
This year's Night to Unite is set for Tuesday, August 4th. Neighborhoods are encouraged to host parties to get to know one another, build community involvement, and to learn what police and sheriff's deputies are doing to keep you safe. You can learn more about putting together a neighborhood block party for Night to Unite by contacting your police department for the sheriff's office.
Valley News Live is hitting the road, and we'd love to meet you just as we ride the rails of the Red River Valley and Western Railroad. That's July 27th and 28th. Our team will be doing our newscast live from a train. Now, we're going to be stopping in 8 towns over this 2-day trip. On Monday, we're going to start in Breckenridge for the Valley Today. Then we're going to move to Kindred for the North Dakota Today. Our noon show will be live from Castleton. And then we're going to be live from Lisbon for our evening newscast. On Tuesday, we'll be live from the towns of Lemoore, Verona, Oaks, and Gwinner. Even though train rides won't be provided, you can still come out and meet our team and tell us what's great about your community. Watch for Valley News Live, Riding the Rails, Monday and Tuesday. That's July 27th and 28th.
Valley